Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine 5-4, the miniseries where the machine brings us 5 films thematically related to the movie we're talking about on the main feed. Today we're talking Tag. I am your host, Landon Solano, joined always by my co-host, Truman Caps. Truman, it's good to see ya.
Landon, it's great to be seen, and boy, we talked in the main feed episode about how much I hate the poster for Tag, and what I'm looking at on screen right now is a gigantic blow-up of the gigantic, confused faces of all of the main guys in Tag just staring at me as if to say, hey, we're in this movie, come watch it.
I don't want to extend the runtime of this, but looking at these faces, who is making the more I'm cooler face? Is it John Hamm or is it Jeremy Renner?
I think John... Boy, it's a real battle. I think John Hamm with his Don Draper smirk and his closely knotted tie is really doing it.
I'm going to go Jeremy Renner when you look at the full poster because it looks like his arms extended out as if he's taking a selfie.
Much like in the trailer for the movie Tag, which we discussed in our mini episode.
Do not remind me of that. I hated that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like Ed Helms looks like he's like watching someone get hit by a train or something like that. He seems genuinely like what are they all looking at? That's my problem with the poster for Tag. What is making these 5 men make these faces? What's wrong with me? Why am I scaring Ed Helms so much?
I don't know.
Why does Hannibal Buress seem so perplexed by the sight of me, but John Hamm is just smirking at me?
John Hamm is plotting your murder.
You know what? I'd let him.
Okay.
I'd let him.
You'd let John Hamm kill Baby Truman, but you wouldn't let Landon kill Baby Truman. Okay.
I'd let John Hamm kill adult Truman. I've lived a pretty full life. I'm 37 years old, thank you very much. We are doing a lot of deep cuts to things we talked about in previous episodes.
Let's get to the first film, shall we?
Yes, show me the first film. Oh, Game Night. Okay. Banger movie, fucking rules, top notch. It's great, amazing in every way. And yet, I see that you have rated it lower on Letterboxd than Tag.
Now, I haven't seen Game Night. Both Game Night and Tag I hadn't seen since they first were released. And I liked Tag more at that time. I have not watched Game Night since then. So I truly need to give this a different reassessment. So yeah, don't go off. Why are you doxing my ratings on the air? You're supposed to be talking about the thematic connections.
You're putting this stuff here. Okay, whatever, fine. I'm not gonna. The thematic connection is that you apparently liked the movie Tag 1.5 star better than Game Night, a movie that is also about a group of friends who are hyper competitive and focused on winning at childish games, board games, trivia games. It is about friendships that are based around games and rules and things like that. And then, circumstances ensue that turn them into kind of an action-adventure scenario. And I just think that the way this movie does it, it just hangs together better. I think that you get a stronger sense of the characters and their arcs. They feel more like real people. I mean, it centers on Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams, who are both hysterically funny in this. And I don't know, like it just feels like all of the characters have more going on in their lives, and it is about the characters' actual struggles than simply, hey, isn't it cool to watch people run around and try to play tag?
Cool. I co-sign that.
Well, evidently you don't, because you liked Tag more than this movie, according to your Letterboxd rating.
Well, that's the thing is, there's one moment in this movie that I remember vividly, and I don't want to say it because it's at the end in case no one has seen this. So,
oh no, he died.
Yes, exactly.
The best line reading possibly in history. I mean, this movie also has, of course, Jesse Plemons, who's basically the show's mascot at this point for how much I talk about him. But
yes,
he's doing incredible work in this movie as well.
Yeah. So why don't we move on to the next movie?
Why don't we? Date night. Is every one of these recommendations going to end in the word night?
No, Tag doesn't. It's not called Tag Night.
Maybe it should be. Maybe people would remember it if it was called Tag Night.
Holy shit. You're right.
Just blew your mind. Okay, so I've not seen Date Night, but my understanding is it is kind of the same thing of ordinary people getting wrapped up in an action movie scenario for dumb reasons.
Yeah, I think it's I've only seen it once. I'm pretty sure it's a mistaken identity thing.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg is playing the action side of things. I can't even remember if he's the good guy or bad guy after them.
In real life, he's the bad guy.
Well, so many people are.
If Mark Wahlberg had been on the Date Night, it wouldn't have gone down like that. I mean, and this is also a pairing, just casting wise, of two actors who were really on a high at that point. You've got Steve Carell coming off The Office and Tina Fey coming off of 30 Rock. This is NBC Thursday royalty,
and not even coming off of, in the midst of. They are both on their shows at this time.
Yes. So I can guess, having not seen the movie, that it was filmed on a very tight schedule to accommodate their schedules for 30 Rock and The Office.
I remember being very underwhelmed by this movie, and don't you fucking, you know what, Truman? I see the imp. Who's become the impish, puckish guy on this show? I wasn't my rating.
I wasn't even looking at your star rating, Landon. I was thinking about an observation that I was going to make until you derailed everything. So keep talking.
No. I remember being very underwhelmed for the monoliths of talent between Carell and Faye, especially at the height of their comedy, ending up in this, which was just such a middle of the road, if not less than middle of the road movie.
I know exactly what you mean. I was not fooled by the star power of this movie, because a couple years before I was fooled by the movie Baby Mama, where I was like, holy shit, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, same movie, and Steve Martin's in it too. This is going to be amazing. And then I realized, oh no, they just accepted money to be in this movie. They didn't write it, and so it's fairly mid.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, let's. Horrible Bosses. I remember hearing that this movie was a lot better than it had any business being, much like Game Night kind of came out of nowhere and surprised everybody. I don't know much else. What's
You haven't seen it?
I've not seen Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, well, this is an ensemble piece, and I think this is, in no world is Horrible Bosses trying for the kind of heartfelt friendship vibes that Tag is going for, but this allows for those characters in Tag that don't work, like Thomas Middleditch, which could work if a different vibe was going on, where like Colin Farrell in this is playing, a balding, pot-bellied, kind of skeevy boss, and it's hilarious with this comb-over and everything, and Jennifer Aniston is playing this oversexed dental hygienist, and like they're able to go to the extremes of cartooniness because of the main cast of Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis, all being these kind of varying degrees of aggrieved cucks.
I feel like Charlie Day and Jake Johnson, the studios, it's like if they can't get Charlie Day for the movie, they go for Jake Johnson. If they can't get Jake Johnson, they go for Charlie Day. They are treated as interchangeable in a way. Yeah,
but I truly think they have completely different vibes. I understand what you're saying, but like Charlie Day is not chill to me. I don't think he's got the kind of charisma that Jake Johnson does.
No, I fully agree. As someone who is obsessed with Jake Johnson, it's a very different thing. I just think that the studios look at them as kind of being in the same lane.
On the same level, though, I don't think Jake Johnson has the kind of manic, squirrely quality that, Charlie Day has, and that's why he didn't succeed so well in Let's Be Cops. That's more of a Charlie Day vibe
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, totally agree. Jake Johnson couldn't do the Pepe Sylvia monologue from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's just he's too laid back about everything to get sucked into a conspiracy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
ensemble, high premise comedy. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I think this is worth checking out. It is, it's surprisingly fun. I would definitely recommend this over date night.
Wow, okay. Wow, so Landon's just recommending a Kevin Spacey movie. Landon is telling you to spend money to watch a Kevin Spacey movie. Put money in his pocket.
Worked so hard to not mention that, man.
I know, I appreciated it, and now I'm destroying all of that work that you did. Let's look at the next movie.
All right. 2 more.
Hot Tub Time Machine. I just remember when this movie came out, and I've not seen this, but this movie came out, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is the dumbest movie ever made. And now it's just like, this is not, they make dumber movies than this all the time. This is not dumb at all.
I think it was, I know what you're saying, and to me, this is one of those that had the addendum of, it's so dumb, but it's better than it has any right being, which I think you said about a movie earlier in this show.
Yes, I did, yeah. I mean, so tell me about why you think it's so good.
I don't think it's so good, personally.
Oh.
It's fine. I have nothing against the man at all, but Rob Corddry has always just been a little of a weird vibe for me.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if it was him or Nate Corddry who was on Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. I don't know why I'm saying this out
I don't
loud.
remember.
Yeah, well, no one does. That's TV show memory machine right there. Yeah, I think there was so much hype around this movie. I mean, we're getting these are a lot of like 2010 movies that you're serving up here. This is a real time and this is, I think, illustrating the point you made in the main feed about the kind of where like the mid-range studio comedies that were coming out in the early 2010s that had kind of died out by 2018 when they made Tag.
I sorry to take us away from, like, I'm going on a tangent here. I can't look away from the photoshopped sunglasses they put on Craig Robinson's face here, and it feels slightly racist.
But why? Like, I agree. I mean, I'm asking why sunglasses?
Why make that choice? Yeah, I don't know. It's
what makes
awful.
it feel racist? Is it that they're like big Superfly style sunglasses?
Yeah, they're kind of pimpish sunglasses. I don't think that matches his vibe in the movie at all.
I don't get it. I like weird choices.
His eyebrows don't even match.
The Photoshop work done on some of these trailers. I mean, and again, these guys are all just making a face. It's like the Tag poster. This is what it really is. It's like Rob Corddry looks like he's scared to be looking at me, as does Craig Robinson.
You know, there's some sort of marketing research out there that's like, comedies sell better when you have big red letters and all of the male actors are looking straight at the camera a little bit shocked.
Yeah, it's like the DreamWorks face, you know, that kind of like smirky look that they always do on the cover of Shreks or something.
Yeah.
It's how many market research meetings were like, how far open do we need Rob Corddry's mouth to be to get butts in seats? If it was a 1/4 inch more closed, this movie wouldn't have made any money.
Our spreadsheets are saying that there is a 2% increase in butts and seats if someone on the poster is wearing sunglasses.
Well, okay, let's just do rock, paper, scissors for which of the guys gets the sunglasses, I guess.
All right, I don't want to talk about the Hot Tub Time Machine because we're almost at the end of the time. Let's move on to our final film. We had a really like
intense discussion of the goings on in the movie Hot Tub Time Machine too. So, yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, well, The Hangover. I think I've heard of this one. The movie that, by dint of its own success, killed the mid-range comedy.
Yes.
This movie came out in 2008, and basically all the other ones we saw came out in 2010. There's also, I guess, an argument to be made that all of them were, you know, there was kind of a glut.
But yes.
2009, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go on.
Well, this is very much it's making a different comment, but playing on the idea of friendship and endurance and friendship through, you know, endurance, that sort of stuff. Ensemble comedy, cameos, high concept, you know, big premise. I'm nervous to rewatch this. This feels like that cynical kind of movie that I'm just like, I don't have any fucking room in my life for this anymore.
What my recollection, having seen it a couple times, is that Bradley Cooper's character is kind of so terrible that it's like, why are these other guys friends with him? Like he's really awful. I'm not bagging on the movie. I believe that it's good. I just had the problem of I saw it 3 months after it had come out, and so I had heard all of the guys I was in college with quoting it a million times. So there was no mystery left. There were really no surprises.
Truman, the divide of our ages here. This is your Anchorman. Well, I mean, you also experienced Anchorman, but Anchorman was my college movie where I'm just like, that and Napoleon Dynamite, and I'm like, I don't ever want to fucking watch these movies ever again.
Boy, yeah, experiencing Anchorman and Napoleon Dynamite as a high schooler versus a college student is truly that right there sums up our entire, the entire gap in our relationship that we're always bridging. I mean, it is interesting to look at The Hangover as kind of the beginning of an era and Tag as the end of an era, right on down to the fact that Ed Helms is in both of them, playing more or less the same guy.
Kind of, but I don't know. When I think of The Hangover, all I can picture is just Ed Helms screaming. And I'm too old for this shit now. It's just that was a 2009 thing. God damn, this movie's almost 20 years old.
Oh my god, this movie is almost old enough to go to Vegas and legally get so drunk that it forgets everything.
It's 16 years old right now, 17 years old right now. So, Jesus, you're right. It is. That's scary.
What do you think the baby from The Hangover is doing right now? Do you think that baby's like, do you think that baby's
it's graduating high school?
Yeah. What do you think? Like college, trade school, gonna backpack around the world for a while, join the army?
That is terrifying. My one association with this movie is I saw it. I was living in LA at the time, but I saw it when I went back to Michigan. I went to a matinee on my own. I was the only person in the theater, and the volume was so low that I could barely. And low volume on a comedy kills it. And I wrote to the manager of the theater afterward saying,
long distance Karen.
I just said, hey, it's hard. It was very hard to hear the film, and that detracted from my experience, especially since it's a comedy. And I got a vitriolic response saying, "Whoa, hey, you know what? You're not the only person who comes to these. There are a lot of old people who come to theaters, and they complain that the movies are too loud. So we have to accommodate more people than just you. So if you don't like going, maybe don't come back here." And I just I was the only person in the theater to see The fucking Hangover.
Yeah, I literally was the only one who came to that one. You could have catered exclusively to me. It would have been fine. You know what, Landon? I'm going to say this. I don't think that guy's response had anything to do with what you said. I think he was on his own journey that day. He was very hungover. You know what? He'd lost his friend in Vegas.
Truman, I'm not even being glib when I say this. I think I needed to hear that. That moment has haunted me and been a part of my wrinkle in the back of my brain for so long. And you're right. It totally wasn't about me. That was totally whatever the fuck was going on with him that day.
Hey, Will Hunting, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
All right. Well, you know what is my fault? The end of this episode. And it is here. So join us on Friday when we cover a new film. We're going to 1989. Find out what that is. Until then, for Truman Caps, I've been Landon Solano.
And for Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps. Bye-bye.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit moviememorymachine.com.